All right. Welcome to this week's Brew News. Where we bring you the latest, the greatest, and sometimes downright wildest stories from the craft beer/beer industry, because that's what we're here for and that's what we're all about. And this week, it's about celebrity collaborations to energizing, rocky industry shakeups, and even a 105-year-old woman.
Good for her.
Who credits her life to a pint of beer a day.
Good for her.
What a cool lady. Can't wait to get into that.
So if you have 3 pints a day, does it mean you're going to live to 315?
I can't do math that quick, but I think it's right. I got it. It was triple. It was a triple on triple joke. It was a triple threat joke.
Futures now, old man.
So Celtics star Derrick White. Who the biggest reason we're talking about this one, we love basketball, but he's a Colorado native. Grew up here, went to college here. We loved us some Derrick White. And he partnered with Sam Adams to create a Derrick White ale.
Brilliant.
It's very clever. They had to search far and wide for someone with the name White.
I'm pretty sure ChatGPT came up with that.
Yeah, that's a real marketing, just hoorah, they nailed it. The best part is watching him try to pour beers, and it took like the 5th try, and then he finally got it going. But you gotta appreciate, it seems like he's got a great sense of humor. He's having fun with it. He doesn't know jack shit about beer, but that's okay because he had the right name. And so, like, in general, it's fun. I'm excited for him. Maybe it'll spark some passion. And
I like a good gimmick.
Exactly. And so it's a good growing trend to throw some booze players, which is interesting because like football players can't sponsor alcohol. So I didn't really think that basketball players could. I thought it was just like all sports. That's why Coors and Mahomes do like the Coors Light flashlight.
I didn't know that. That would have been a way better news article. If someone is listening, please chime in about the rules of basketball and alcoholic beverages.
I mean, clearly they can.
Clearly they can, but I would like to.
Yeah, so apparently they don't have that same. Probably because the NFL is non-profit because they care.
I was going to say because AB and Bev basically owns them. But then again, Mahomes does Coors Light. I don't know. It might be some sort of...
There's a bear one they did. That one was funny.
But that's been a couple years.
They do one every year.
Do they?
Yeah. They're like, I think this will be like year 4.
And Budweiser does the super... I bet it has something to do with AB and Bev and a long-standing contract with the nonprofit of the NFL.
Yeah, maybe they just, for whatever reason, put that rule in.
Not that it matters, but it's nonprofit.
Anyways, that was the joke. I just think it's funny that the NFL is a nonprofit organization.
No, I caught that.
Who brings
I laughed about it.
Shit ton of money. That's so silly to me. I don't know what they do with it all. But they do things. Anyways.
I mean, they sponsor a lot of, stuff. Getting kids into sports and all that.
I'm sure it's a sizable percentage of the revenue that comes in.
Mm-hmm. Well, that's just keeping their stars healthy. Okay. All right. Moving on. Yeah, I feel like we could have a whole tangent about NFL.
I think we just did.
Oh.
All right. Well, back on Coors and what Coors is doing.
That's right. Molson Coors and Dwayne The Rock. Do you smell what he's cooking, Johnson? Ooh. Sorry, sir. So he has an energy drink called Zoa, I believe. Looks pretty tasty. I haven't had it myself, but Molson purchased
it.
Yeah.
So we talked last week that they sold stuff.
Oh, yeah.
With kind of the purpose of opening up some, we'll call it inventory, budget, whatever you want to call it. They're basically looking to tap into other beverages outside of just beer.
Wow.
This was the purchase.
Yeah, they sold off some craft breweries, and then they shut down Line and Kugels.
Yeah.
And now they're partnering with an energy drink, right? Yeah. It's that whole tap into the NA world and just making sure you're staying hip with the younger audience, right?
A lot of people have done it, right?
Yeah.
I mean, you've got Monster that bought up Oscar Blues.
Yeah.
So they're combining the worlds of liquids.
It's like a reverse. Energy drink buys beer, beer buys energy drink.
It's like Coca-Cola's been doing this forever. And everyone else just caught up.
Well, I think we just have a platform to talk about it, to be honest, rather than sitting around the kitchen table. I like a lot of people, I don't feel, like they actually give a shit. But I guess if you are paying attention to the industry news or you want to pay attention who you're giving money to, I guess,
Yeah. That's also the thing. I started caring about that more as I got older.
Same, and that's kind of what I was touching
Also, there's
at.
options to care about. Where I feel like growing up South Dakota, you kind of just, you got stuff from Walmart because that's what there was.
We didn't even have a Walmart until I left. Like, we had Kmart.
Yeah, that's where I had a Kmart too.
Yeah. And Palmyra? Yeah, and a Palmyra. If anybody knows what that is.
Probably not. Maybe this 105-year-old woman does.
She might. Let's talk about her.
All right, so this 105-year-old adorable lady credits her longevity to a daily beer. Kathleen Hennings, celebrating a recent birthday, she shared that her routine of savoring the stout has been a perfect match for her lifestyle, and I bet you can't guess what stout it is.
A tiramisu stout?
Yes.
This is also kind of why I had the tiramisu today.
Oh, yes. It's Guinness, guys.
It's always Guinness.
It's always Guinness. Good for your heart.
2 grams of protein. It's a low pee, not a full pee.
Yeah. It's a good pee. And it helps you pee. So, I mean, there's a lot of things of why having a Guinness a day is good for you. It's not bubbling up her tummy with bubbles. Yeah. Protein is like really good for your heart.
Yeah.
It's got all sorts. I think it's got a bunch of iron in it, if I'm remembering. I think that's why it's good for your heart. It's all sorts of shit. Guinness is just good stuff.
It is.
So there you go.
It's like the Irish knew all along. They're like, hey, potatoes and Guinness.
Potatoes. Boil them, mash them, stick them in a stew.
Potatoes is the other P.
Shit.
I told you my entire diet.
I'm so sad right now. What am I supposed to eat?
I know. So I was like,
bread and potatoes.
I was like, my breakfast is usually eggs, aka protein, a shell, potatoes.
Wait, go through the 5 P's again. Protein, potatoes, fancy P word for bread,
pizza,
and pasta. I
definitely
don't eat pizza and pasta as much as I once did.
Yeah, I mean, I just make my own pizzas now.
But I definitely hit
a quick catch up because we talked about this before.
Sorry.
Is I read an article that Italians are not living as long because they're not following the Mediterranean diet like they used to, and instead they're eating too many of the 5 P's, which are those 5 P's. And as I was reading it, I was like, that is literally what I eat every single day. I do more shells than bread, but for the most part, yeah, it was pizza, potatoes, pasta, a fancy P word for bread, and I lost it again.
Protein.
I
just keep going to panini.
Yeah, I don't do a lot of protein as a non-meat eater. I keep that on the lower side, but isn't that funny? And I was like, oh, this is everything that I eat.
And
I eat pasta like every other day easily.
I know.
I like as a pasta.
And
if I don't have the pasta, well, it's usually Mexican. I eat Mexican food every day. Almost every day.
Which is the shell.
Yeah. But I think it's better than bread.
So we can still have rice.
Yeah. Well. Yeah.
Yeah.
Rice is healthy.
I like rice. Yeah. All right.
To burst your bubble. Guinness is great for you. The 5 P's are not. There you go. That's how you live to 105. So that's a summary. Drink Guinness. Don't eat the 5 P's.
Be Derrick White and Dwayne The Rock Johnson.
And all be the D's, not the P's.
The big D's are showing up in a big way, but the P's get the hell out of here.
Get that out of here, you P's. That's Brew News. There you go. You're welcome, world.